In one sector in Australian business, we've seen an immense growth of the mining and resource industry. Primarily in Western Australia, a state known for many years as a source of rich deposits that many have said can be a lucrative and rewarding investment. But with so many companies to choose from, how do you know who is the front runner in an industry where there is so much on offer? One company that's been breaking new ground in these factors is a new player on the block, Niplats Australia. Niplats' objective seems easy enough for the investor: to create shareholder wealth through the discovery and development of mineral deposits.
Niplats listed on the Australian Stock Exchange in 2007. It's about 2.5 years ago. We've got about 473 square kilometres of tenements, about 100 k's south of Wyndham in the northern part of Western Australia, in the eastern Kimberley region in fact. We started drilling there about 2.5 years ago, and in that time Niplats has generated 4 prospects since listing on the ASX. Those 4 prospects are vanadium, copper, platinum and platinum group elements, and the last is fluorite. The 2 focal points for the company in 2010 are doing further feasibility work on the vanadium prospect that we have, and exploration focused on the copper and also gold in the second half of 2010. The opportunity for the platinum and the fluorite, we think, is more medium-term aspects, and we'll gather a lot more information on those prospects as we continue to explore in the region over the next couple of years. One of the important things to remember about processing vanadium is that it's done in 2 stages. The first stage is where you take the raw rock, you crush it, wash it and grind it in a beneficiation process, and you create a magnetite concentrate, because vanadium exists within magnetite in the raw rock in most cases. And so what you're left with is an iron-rich concentrate that goes into the second stage processing. Now this concentrate's running at about 50–55% iron, and in our case we've concentrated the vanadium up to 2.5%. Now the 2.5% in that concentrate is one of the truly world-class features of the vanadium deposit. Other vanadium prospects and projects that are being talked about in Australia typically are running at about 1 to 1.4%. If we turn to the vanadium prospect, which is our most advanced prospect, when we started drilling a couple of years ago, just about every drill hole we went through about 50 to 80 metres of vanadium mineralisation. About a year ago, after 2 seasons of exploring, we generated our first JORC-compliant vanadium resource. Now that turned out to be just under 1 billion tonnes of vanadium, which is extremely large in the context of what else is out there in the world, and certainly the largest in Australia. With drilling that we did last year, we quadrupled that resource, and we now have one of the world's largest undeveloped vanadium resources. One of the things that we're focusing on trying to do now that we have generated our resource is providing the feasibility information and aspects that improves the confidence that we have and that the investing public will have that a project is going to be turned into a mine.
Of course, any financial investment into a company needs to be looked at with great detail, and knowing what strategies the company has in place and business plans can usually make or break that company.
A lot of what we're doing is focusing on other aspects that build confidence into whether this project will proceed or not. Those aspects include environmental issues, they include Aboriginal heritage issues, but they also including tenure issues, such as putting down a mining lease that will give us exclusive right to mine the tenements for up to 25 years. So what we're doing through the course of 2010 in relation to the vanadium project will be the various in-field studies looking at flora and fauna. We're looking at hydrological issues, we're looking at other environmental issues, we're doing Aboriginal heritage field surveys, we're talking with the traditional owners about the ethnographic background to the land there, and we're also looking at ways of just securing our tenure to that site for the next sort of 25 years.
Well, this all looks great, but how do we as investors or people looking to get involved in this project gain confidence from Niplats?
We think that by the time we've completed all of that work. Not only will the broad investing public have that information, but the people that we're trying to attract into this project, the people who may provide development funding, who might acquire the project, who might want to buy the output of the project, they'll have confidence that the mines go ahead and they'll be looking to talk to us. And that's really about taking the project from where it is today in its bare bones and adding value along the way and improving the confidence with which that mine can be built.
Vanadium is on the forefront for niplats, but what else is this company excited about?
Late in November 2009, as part of our drilling program last year, we put down a couple of holes based on some soil sampling that we did, and we found copper in a variety of settings at a variety of depths. Now, this geology seems to be unrelated to the vanadium opportunities that we have, and it seems to be related to a couple of large faults that we've got running north-south through our tenements. Now, this is particularly exciting because copper is a very highly regarded commodity and in great demand, and we think that there is huge potential for extensive mineralisation through the tenements. So what we're going to focus on in our exploration period, in our exploration for 2010, is going looking for that copper and gold potential. Niplats is seeking to add shareholder value with the two main prospects that we're looking at of the vanadium and the copper in 2010. With the vanadium, with our feasibility studies, we're looking to underpin the value and build the confidence that a mine can be built, and our exploration in search of the copper can provide huge upsides for potential shareholders.
Niplats seems to have it all, a vibrant and exciting new resource company that has clearly created positive objectives as well as putting in place some major strategies that put their shareholders first in order to create wealth for you as well as the company. For more information on Niplats, go to their website at www.niplats.com.au.